And then blueprints. I'm not doing blueprints with 60 minutes left. That's a failure to plan is a plan to fail. What I am going to do is click on the Bazaar button by accident. Never mind. I guess I'll click play and go to normal. $90 minutes? Yeah, 90 minutes. I mean, obsidian seaweed is basically just disgusting. Have I earned it? I think I've earned it. Shiny is great, but obsidian seaweed is kind of like right out of the box. I'm going to make the whole... I'm going to make him pay. I'm going to make you pay. Yeah, I'm going to make you pay. Can you do one weapon crow's nest? But we just did it, librarian. We just did it. That doesn't count? I mean, we could do one weapon aquatic seaweed crow's nest. You watched the second season of The Rehearsal? We talking about the show that came out yesterday? The 10-episode series that came out yesterday? Use the item to the left, shield 5. I gotta try this. Of which there's one episode. Listen. Are you crazy? I just walked over here. You come out, you come out, you come. This is a huge day for a fella such as myself. Obviously, we're going knee brace. You don't have to even think twice about that, man. It's all right. Then 11 gold. Roll it. Another knee brace. Imagine, though. Imagine. I mean, it would be nice. It would be nice, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It would be nice.
Sitting there 20 years, waiting for you. Hooey! Now that's a ball.
Favorite Disco Elysium character? Guy with the coat, I say, is up there. What's his name? Colin Hanks? Guy with the, you know what I'm talking about? He's got the smile, the guy with the smile.
Go ahead.
Harry, that's him. Harry Denton. Chet Hanks. Everything gonna be Irie. You're done, bud. Stop saying that. I'll say whatever I choose. But if you want me to stop picking that, I'll take that under advisement. Silencer would go crazy. I got bad news for you. This is a human being. We don't get to get loot from them. It would be nice though. I think they would love me in Jamaica, to be honest with you. I think they'd find me to be a hoot. I would have to survive like the first day.
You unstoppable.
Rally men, blades to the wind.
Weren't you there? Yeah, but it was just like, that was like a bus tour type thing. I'm talking about like existing.
Master craftsman. Me?
Would you smoke with the strangers? I mean, when in Rome, bro. When in Rome or whatever. I can't afford the submarine. I can't afford anything. What am I doing here? You go off fast enough to buff seaweed for a minute at least. Would you take a hit with Count Orlok? I mean, I would literally be under his thrall. There would be no way for me to stop myself from taking a hit with Count Orlok. I'm smoking whatever he's offering. That's like the plot of the movie. Is literally you can't not, man. Isn't that the series of unfortunate events, guy? You know what? Actually, might be. Let's count Olaf. Count Olaf. That's right. That's right. Why do you think you're better than everyone? What the hell? I've seen you around here before, Leaf as well. Yeef. That's a crazy message. That's like a message you'd send in like 1961, right before you and another dude start doing fisticuffs with your guard like that. That's a menacing ass message. 33 messages in chat following for 6 months. Damn, there's a lot of nasty messages in here. But then there's also a message that says, what's your thoughts on new jeans? And another message that says, what are your thoughts on area rugs? I forgot. I remember you. You're trolling. You're okay. You're cool. Like, look at this message. Would you recommend this game to someone who peaked in high school, is a little bit down on his luck right now, but deep down he's still a really good person, who's just waiting for some cute, quirky girl to help turn his life around? No, it'll probably it would work against you, I think. But like, you never know, I guess. You know, I was listening to a podcast on the bike this morning, and I think it's kind of embarrassing that it took me this long. But they said, I don't worry too much about internet comments because I just see it like road rage. Like, people just, they lose their mind when they're driving and they lose their mind when they're on the internet. And I was like, you know what? That's such a useful lens to look at internet toxicity in. It just, it instantly like neutralized it after 15 years of reading comments about, well, okay, maybe not 15 years, because I stopped reading them like 4 or 5 years ago. But once you realize that that's like, it's the internet that has made them insane, it's not you that's made them insane, you realize that all of that is just, you know, it's their demons trying to escape. Who am I to tell them not? You know, we need to go aquatic and buff the cove.
One with gold, they say.
I think everything's gonna be Irie, man. I can say it. I can say it. How often do you go? Every 5 seconds. Okay, you burn Juan? Nah, not that good. New stim. Could be worse, bro. It could have been the 12-bar blues stim that we did for like an hour and a half playing the cat game. Bronze loot, what am I thinking?
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
That one was good. Well, wait 5 minutes. Oh shit. It smoked. What was my crit chance? 11%. That was a lucky get, dude. Come on, come on, come on. You just stop trying to hit me and hit me or whatever. Knock that shit off. Cut that loud mess out. You're pissing me off. We just need more aquatics, man. Okay, first let's spend all our gold. Yeah, that's a given. What's the plan? It's the easiest plan of all time. Just get aquatics, win easily. We have nothing to fear, man. Not to mention we got the seaweed. Not to mention we got the knee brace. You just gotta give it a damn second, okay? Fartmaster 18. I love seeing a Fartmaster 18 and realizing it actually is Fartmaster 18 and not an imposter. Ever been scuba diving? I want to preface this by saying I'm just one guy, and my opinion doesn't have to be gospel applicable to everybody in the world. But I don't think you'll ever catch me scuba diving because I kind of just don't get it. Like, what are you doing down there? Yeah, you're like, I mean, you're seeing fish and stuff. You're looking at stuff.
Do you have to leave already?
It's like an underwater safari. I don't know, it just doesn't seem... I just feel like for me personally, I think it just doesn't hold much cachet. That's the shit right there. Why am I buying and selling you again? Good question. All right, now you got some serious problems, buddy. Aquatic plus haste? It's lifesteal crit chance, I'm afraid. It's actually lifesteal crit chance. That's true. I see fish up close every time I go to a Chinese restaurant, man. And I'm like, damn, I'll take that big one that's hanging upside down. Yuck, 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 yuck.
My boy.
Give me that gangster right there. +2. Don't +2 this. Oh, man. You know, you gotta go knee brace. You gotta go knee brace on this one. Give me that player with the X'd out eyes. That is fucking good. That's a funny comment.
I have faced 82 foes exactly like you. People are a
There's just a few things that I think... I mean, scuba diving is not quite like a no-go for my life. I just don't see myself being the initiating force. There's a couple of things I think that you will definitely never see me do. I will never get on a helicopter. Doesn't seem like a convenient way to travel, for one, and then it also seems like they crash all the fucking time, like constantly. Fuck you, buddy.
I learned a century.
That's just not gonna happen. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't think you would ever see me get on a motorcycle, to be honest. Skydiving? I don't think you're gonna see it, man. I don't think you're ever gonna see me skydiving. If we're being real here. Bungee jumping? No, man. And I have a theory about these thrill-seeking activities. And the theory that I have is that people who want to do them don't want to do them because they think it would be good. They want to do it to like conquer a fear, but they can't do it asocially. Like they can't do it by themselves. They need a friend who is more scared to go with them so that they don't feel like they're getting mogged by adrenaline. Like here, some people might say, why wouldn't you go skydiving? Well, like, I feel like I would be really, really scared. I would go up in the airplane. I would be like, I don't want to jump out. And then I would jump out and have like an innate fear that I'm going to hit the ground Looney Tunes style and leave like a silhouette impressed like 100 feet into the soil. And then the parachute would go off and I would briefly feel relief. And then I would just be scared again. I would be like, oh, I'm still like a few thousand feet in the air. I'm just falling like a lot slower now. But like the parachute could still break or something. And then I would land. And I think that's where the average person is like, woo, I did it. But I think that I would just be like, I'm really glad that's over. I don't want to do it again. I don't think that there's the appeal to it for me is 100% that it would at some point end. But I could also just make it end by never starting it. You have to trust the thousands of people who said it's one of the most fun things ever. Yeah, or I could just trust myself. Because I'm me. Is that really a way to live your life? Is it really a way to live your life? To be bullied into being scared, man? That seems psychotic to me. To be like, I'm going to farm aura by skydiving. I don't want to let gravity beat me. It doesn't make any sense to me. Horror movies? That's no problem for a fellow like me. Hang on, I need to get Pearl really quick to make this run really pop. Horror movies for a fellow like me, that's just another day at the office. Why not? That's what I'm saying. Dude, no shot if it feels as good as Blueprints. It's just, I don't believe it. I simply don't believe it. Will you go on roller coasters? If I don't want to give my wife the ick, yes. Yes, I'll go on roller coasters. If she wants me to.
So little ocean in the universe. The merfolk will not be confined.
No, the silencer? It doesn't matter. More aquatic, more scaling, bigger number, better person. What if she wants you to skydive? I hold frame and draw a line in the sand and say, if you think it's fun, you go ahead. I'm going to stay down here. I'll catch her at the bottom, exactly.
To incur the wrath of the deep
He's
dynasty.
so loud, man.
Is it courage or madness?
Would you enjoy skydiving if you were 100% guaranteed you would live?
Ride that tide!
I don't think so. I don't really like heights, to be honest with you. That's like a big part of it. That's like saying, like, if you were afraid of spiders, it's like, what if I brought a black widow in here, but I promised that it wouldn't bite you? Like, I don't think it works that way, man. Is seaweed a vehicle? We're going 30 max health, unfortunately.
I'm proud of you.
You know what? Seaweed already has lifesteal. Yeah, based.
Ah, a friend.
Based.
I mean, a customer.
Obviously, it's going to be dive weights.
Happy to make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
Every adjacent aquatic. Water wheel would go crazy. Anyway, no, I don't think you're going to catch me skydiving. That's all there is to it for me, man. I personally don't see the appeal. What if the plane was full of spiders?
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
I'm not scared of spiders, but if the whole plane was full of spiders and I had a parachute on, I might jump out just to be like, we're going to the same spot. I just want to get there without the spiders. I mean, I'm not afraid of spiders, but I wouldn't necessarily say, like, it's my dream to be surrounded by spiders. Damn, you kind of mogged me with Orange Julian, huh? Who kills the spiders in the house? It's usually me. I had to push back a little bit. My wife got me to do a husband duty this morning, okay? Like 2 minutes before the stream started, I said, okay, I'm going to go get ready for stream. And I went down, I started typing out a title. And then she said, Ryan, there's a little cat poop up here on the floor. So I put on the like no nonsense husband face. That was like, I'm not happy about the timing of this. I walked from my office up the stairs, and I swear to you, Daryl, she pointed at a modicum. I don't even think it was poop. It was just like brown debris on the floor that was like 1 atom large. And I said, "That's it." I said, so I was. The angrier I get, the wittier I get, which is it's like the Incredible Hulk, but for like saying some shit you regret. But I hit her with something that was like, you really think that's an appropriate thing to ask right now? Is for me to come up here and get 1 atom of poop? Like that's beyond your ability is to pick up a paper towel, 1 atom of poop. Instead, I need to leave the office, go all the way up the staircase and pick it up. And I mogged her bigly because she laughed. And then after I cleaned it up, she said, "Love you." And I was like, that's how I know I made my point clear. I definitely got the point across there. I laid it out. There's a big vomit stain. That's one thing, okay? There's a division of labor. Some people like steaks. Some people like hamburgers. You know, some people find the cat vomit disgusting. I'm kind of agnostic. I prefer not to have it, but like, I don't mind cleaning it up so much. But one atom of ambiguous debris that I don't even think was poop to begin with, that's crazy talk. That was beyond the pale for a fellow like me. You gotta stay vigilant, fellas. That's what I'm trying to say. Is she in the chat right now? I laid it out.
Trash Town is the future!
Was Mansa Musa actually rich if he didn't own any Balenciaga? A lot of people have been asking me that lately. ChatGPT asked response. Wow, what a great question. Was Mansa Musa actually rich? Haha. Well, I'm sure he would have loved Mansa Musa would have loved to have some Balenciaga because he loved fancy things, but also he was rich. Here's an M dash. Fuck you, buddy.
My opponent resorts to violence.
How about augmented weaponry? Guys, I'm starting to think my build might be ass again.
This is how you win a war.
But how could it be ass? I have obsidian seaweed. And don't say bronze. Bronze obsidian seaweed.
I would never debase my wares by haggling.
I don't want this trash. Oh my god, give me some aquatic shit that's actually good, man.
Go see Curio.
You think your build being ass is some sort of divine comeuppance? What, for like not playing blueprints today, or or for suggesting it's beneath me to pick up the 1 atom debris? Lifetime of sin? I'm not much of a sinner, man. I'm not much of a saint either. I'm kind of a bitch and a mother. I am a child. I guess I do feel ashamed from time to time, but that's just a part of the human condition, I think. I don't think I'm your hell or your dream, honestly. So I guess I must be something in between by that logic. So it's just not possible for me to kill an enemy with this build. It's on sight that I'm gonna get them down to like 50 HP, but I cannot kill them. You win if it's silver? Put the water wheel in the bag, buddy. What the hell are you?
I'm a people person, and sometimes I sell stuff. Happy to make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
Get the fuck out of here. No, no, man. No, no, no. It's dire Inglet. Yes, yes, yes. What happened to her? She's still... Is her TikTok NPC still a thing? No? I thought that that was going to be like an evergreen thing. Miles Morales still at it? I saw he was on the Kai Cenat Mafiathon, right?
Pathetic. As spineless as a
The what? I don't think I stuttered.
Rally, men! Blades to the wind!
He's on the Kai Cenat Mafiathon?
Ooh, the keener the blade.
How in God's name do you
quicker
know
the
that?
fight.
I know a little bit. You pick things up here and there, man.
This is war, and the enemy is dirt.
There's 11,000 goddamn people here. It's kind of crazy to think about, man. I think they all want to learn how to get better at the Bazaar. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm here. I'm here to get the hogwash, man. When you heal, gain 100 max health for the fight. I don't know. Maybe this shit goes crazy. Maybe it goes crazy with the seaweed. Can I get a water wheel? Oh man. Icy dark water anglerfish, kind of insane. Kind of incredible. Kind of the sort of thing that makes me want to
That belongs in a museum.
grab him and restructure my entire run to work with him. And he's an aquatic type as well. Oh, but I gotta keep you. We don't have to keep you, though. I'm gonna trust it like Liz.
My fight isn't with you.
How does the bucket work?
You insist.
Makes your
Go
aquatic
ahead.
items have like a
Underestimate me.
6% extra crit chance every time it goes off or something. I was just gonna say, man, if we got Zora Acid, we're popping. Charge it up. Charge it up, buddy! Wait, did we do like an interrupt? Did we do a frame perfect interrupt on their Arbalist?
Does not defeat me.
Build is saved. Dock lines, Clamora. Seaweed can still work. It looks like he was shooting and then I froze it and it stopped. Or maybe it only shoots once and I'm not very smart.
Are you prepared?
If one of your weapons has haste, it already has haste, give it 5 damage. I'm gonna have to give you 4 burn on yourself, sir.
A blade can prune a garden.
Medium items. We want dock lines. We take it.
I'm pretty.
Oh!
Free ride home.
3 seconds of charge? No, still pretty good. Still pretty good. Dock lines? Dock line. No, that's not dock lines. There's something to it, man.
Let's take the tyrant's whole.
Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom, guys!
Every coin
Oh, it gets me every time.
You
You think we can beat Ghost Pepper? You hate her ass? I don't know, like, they did some of her voice lines over, and now to me, she just sounds a little too extra, man. Just sounds a little too theater kid for me. It's just me. Not trying to, like, say anything by it or whatever. Yeah, I don't think we can win this one. Oh, I don't think we can lose this one. It's unlosable, bro.
Every pepper, you'll taste me again.
Imagine scuba diving and seeing seeing an enchanted anglerfish spitting fire and ice. Dude, but that must be what it was like to be Paul Bettany in Master and Commander. Like, can you imagine being like the first fucking botanist on a new continent? Some of the shit that you would see, it would be the closest thing where you could possibly imagine the landing on an alien planet. You imagine being the first guy from Europe to see and draw a giraffe. They would be like, you are fucking lying, bitch. No shot. Yeah, okay. There's a horse with a 10-foot long neck. Are you stupid? No way. There's a horse but underwater? Shut your fucking mouth, dude. No way. Elephant? Yeah, the elephant. Oh, there's a horse with a 10-foot long nose. Okay, man. All right. Sure, whatever you say. Stupid ass. Nah, that's not gonna happen. You're done. We take those.
If you have to ask the price, you can't afford it. I think that.
What about discovering penguins? I think people would believe you on penguins. What's not to believe on penguins? It's just a bird. They'd be like, you wouldn't believe it. I just discovered the cutest bird in the world.
To dethrone a king, not to squabble with
I hope it lives somewhere like easily accessible to us. That's the trick, motherfucker. It lives at the South Pole. And maybe like a little bit in Chile, I think. But I'm not 100% sure. And Australia? Really? Australia?
You've got talent. You should put it toward noble.
Yeah, kangaroo's crazy, man. Can you imagine trying to tell... Australia must have gone crazy back in the day. You know they were getting drunk and boxing the kangaroos, man. That's kind of sick, though. That's kind of sick. They still do? Shut the front door, man.
Welcome in, huh?
Dock lines.
What can I get you? Just toss that on my back.
It ain't
and I'll
AI,
drive to
bro.
your door.
It's obviously AI. Why are we cursing on stream today? I don't think that swearing is like a... I don't think it's a bad thing to do.
I think you're really gonna.
I think it's a bad thing to do, like if you're in public and you're swearing for no reason. I think it's a little trashy, but I'm not in public. This is my private live stream. There's a few things you can't make me offended by. One of them is nudity. And I swear it to you, if I was walking down the street and there was like an old naked man laying down on the sidewalk, spreading his legs with his asshole just like wide open, what would I do? I would mind my own business. What do I care? I would rather not see it. If you're gonna gun to my head, would you rather see it or not see it? I'd rather not see it, but it doesn't leave... Interesting. It doesn't leave any impression on me for any length of time.
Profit 10.
Fuck you, man.
Buy, don't buy, as long as we get
It's the Tom Green effect. You know what? Maybe it is, man. Dock lines?
Deals, not war. You are enough, friend. But I'm glad you bought this.
They're gonna give me dock lines.
I can feel our energy.
I've seen too much old man sack in the gym locker room. That's like saying the food's too expensive at Whole Foods, bro. You're at the expensive food store. If you're in the gym locker room, you're gonna see old man balls. That's where they congregate.
But I've seen my share.
If you're mad, you shouldn't be there. I would be offended if I was a naked old man and you were getting pissed off at seeing my sack. You're in the sack room, man. What do you think is gonna happen? And also, why are you making it weird? I gotta get naked to change my clothes. So it's the only way to do it. What's going on here, man? I need to use my seaweed. Stop that. Stop freezing my shit. Whatever, you're dead.
Please, share with me your secrets.
West Elm Caleb, I'm glad I made you a suspicious user, because now all your messages get like highlighted, dude.
Full sail, my boy.
It's kind of sick. Like, in a good way, because now I make sure I read them every time. I think we should go poison anglerfish. No, you're already icy. It's already icy, man. Now that I think about it, I gotta respect the ice. I almost made a huge mistake. You probably poison equal to 10% of your shield. That seems ass. Dive weights. I bet it's like poison 3 with a multicast. Could put it on the seaweed, but I'm gonna put it. No, what are you doing? Almost did toxic chum bucket, man, like a damn fool.
Kev does good work. We keep each other sharp.
And now I got into an argument with my partner over the idea of allowances, and I had to cite your reasoning to emphasize my point. I remember having a conversation about allowances, but I don't remember what we ended up, or what, let me rephrase, what I ended up coming to a conclusion on with therein. I think you're like pro $100 a month or something. That sounds like me. I'm like pro allowance for kids. Not for like, not like $5,000 a month or something insane, but like enough money so that a couple of times a month your 12-year-old kid can go to the movies or like go out to a restaurant with their friends and pay for their own food without needing to get a job in the 10th grade.
See that plank? Walk it.
Another seaweed? It's an interesting idea. I got my age a week. That's not appropriate. That's not inflation proof, man. Because like that shit, a 14-year-old now is the same age as a 14-year-old 40 years ago, but $14 a week doesn't buy shit anymore, man. I mean, it buys enough for my 4-year-old to support her splurge spending, which is zero, but for like a 14-year-old, that's nothing, man. Not nothing, but it's not enough. I think that's crazy. I got my age twice a month. He literally doubled it and gave it to the next guy, man. I also got my age a week. That's fucking crazy to me, man. My oldest gets $20 a month. I'm not telling you how to parent, okay? Everybody's in the trenches, but how old is your oldest kid? I think if your oldest kid isn't... Also, I didn't know you had kids, West Ham kid. I apologize for piling it on to you. Your oldest kid, like 10? 10 I could see. But like, I don't know, man. I feel like... My theory on allowance is like, you show me the... And this is a perfect world hypothesis, so it may not be appropriate. My theory on allowance is you show me the incentives and I'll show you the outcomes, man. I would rather give my kid an allowance that allows them to not have to get a part-time job, and then you throw like some kind of condition on it, and the condition is like, try hard in school. I'm not going to say you have to get like, a 4.0, but nobody knows how smart you are better than I do because I saw you when you were born. So I know what your brain is capable of. Maybe for some kids it's like a 2.7, and for some kids it's like a 4, So you kind of, you can sort of tell. And then if they're more likely to at least try harder in school because they got more free time and they got the allowance on the line. And then you've got a little carrot on a stick that you can take away if they start to mess around. You're done, bud. I need dock lines. The grades went through inflation too. I've heard that.
Don't have scales. I can fool.
Like when I was in high school, if you had like an 85 average, you were pretty good at school. These days, I think like an 85 average, no disrespect, but isn't that like what you need to get into Ryerson? No disrespect.
Ride that tide!
Real? I didn't mean it to be.
Some time to translate.
Dude, first 6 times you use your rightmost item, charge a slow item one side. That's huge.
Man slow.
You mean Toronto Metropolitan University? Oh, yeah. My bad.
You should know.
My bad.
I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago. Go ahead, underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Being an adult is sick. It's kind of cool. This looks bad. I don't know, maybe it's chill actually. Maybe it's totally fine. Maybe it's horrible.
Bring her back!
Yes!
I've got another salvo with me.
That was tough. Also, like, I don't know why. What's the spin it? And I'm open to your ideas on this one, even though I laughed at the thought of them at the start, which I apologize. I shouldn't have done that. But what's the appeal of not giving your child an allowance, apart from you saving money as a parent, which is it makes the case for itself. Don't get me wrong. But what's the parenting case for that? Builds character? How? How does it build character? I gotta take a look.
You are amusing. Why so fight?
It's Lighthouse. It's Lighthouse by a mile. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're not Lighthouse, you're Electric Eels, but whatever. Keep them hungry? Well,
Gold becomes goods.
you raise a point.
Like clouds to the sea.
The world whirls.
You could still, I mean, if I gave her an allowance and she was like, Dad, I want more money, I wouldn't be like, you can't get a job. I'd be like, go ahead. You can use your allowance to pay for the Uber. Alright, this is hidden, man.
Your strength is beautiful.
We have 0 crit chance. I have to imagine that actually works for us here.
This is how you win a war!
Is the allowance tied to chores or just money for being alive? See, this, I appreciate. You walked me to the joke I've been trying to make for a long time, which is how the fuck is my chat, which is like 98% in favor of universal basic income, arguing against the possibility of an allowance? Doesn't make any sense to me, man. Seems hypocritical. Maybe I'm missing the nuance, but I don't know, it seems a little hypocritical to me, is all I'm saying. Dock lines.
If I don't have what you need, I'll help you find who does.
Dock lines. But now I gotta think about what to fucking do with it. Fucker. Some shit like this, I suppose.
Oh, delivery's free.
Mayhaps. Cock lines too! Ah!
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist, we're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
Freeze this, please. Freeze their one weapon. I need you to freeze. Stop freezing my shit. I need to freeze your shit. Fuck you, buddy. And the horse you rode in on.
I flow
Obsidian lighter, man.
Your future shines like an ocean of very
Why did I click on this one?
destiny than gold. But gold is nice.
I guess I'll take
I'm on
Poning
the
Steel.
edge of the plank.
Elite strategy. I needed the gold, man. I needed the gold. Oh, you wouldn't get it, man. You wouldn't get. Oh! Nah, man, nah. What do you? What do you put on the? What do you put out here? I have to cut you and cut you and cut you and then just. You know what, man? You know what, dude? Let's just be legends.
Do you have to leave already?
Let's just do it and be. Let's do it and be legends, man. Take out the eels? Nah, man, no shot. You don't heal? I'll do you one better. I eel.
Now, if that doesn't work out for you,
They gotta fix this, man. It's getting comical. It's crazy. I think the game could do with some optimization. Me too. Guy with a $22,000 PC runs fine on my machine. Whatever, bitch. Do something. Oh shit! You don't use your items. I love it when they call it a machine. All right, David Cronenberg, Chiblee, welcome to the chat, by the way. Chiblee, would you give your kid an allowance? I'm getting raked over the coals. People are saying I should give, when my kid is 13, I should give them a $13 a week allowance, which is fucking, like, honestly comical to me. It's honestly, like, really, really funny. It is like throwing them a penny and saying, don't spend it all in one place, man. If I need something, if they need something, I'd probably buy it for them. But I wouldn't give them an allowance. I don't know, man. I think you can, I mean, if we're going to virtue signal here, which I'm not accusing you of doing, but I'm accusing Chad of doing, 100%. I think there's something to be said for giving them an allowance also teaches them the habit of saving money and choosing what to spend it on. And i.e. like delayed financial gratification instead of just like, I want a thing, I'm going to ask my dad for it. Instead, they have to be like, is this, okay, I get $100 a month. This video game costs $90. Is it worth 27 days worth of my wage, for lack of a better word? Is it worth 27 days of my wage to purchase this game? Because everybody who's lived life has done the sandwich math. I'm making $12 an hour at work. I'm going out for lunch. The salad's $18. It's not worth 90 minutes of my life that I can't get back just to eat lunch. I think you gotta build the habit of doing that math. I would probably have to hit the How to Parents books. I think you can trust your instincts. To be honest, like, most of the how-to parents books are like, it's like 100 pages of like all the ways your kid can irreparably ruin their lives, and then the last chapter is like, don't worry too
I
much.
may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
Anyway. All weapon cooldowns are increased by 2 seconds. This is bad. Yeah, this is not gonna work. This build is horrendous. Excuse me, it got 5 wins.
I am
Let's
the
throw in a
first
slash
daughter
marker
of
in there.
House Corzina. My father lives through me.
Slash marker. That's Bazaar 3.